Your favorite radio station presents a holiday classic.
Attaboy, Clarence.
The 23rd anniversary edition of Christmas on the Radio.
God bless us, everyone.
Now the 2022 edition of Christmas on the Radio with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Raymond Burr always played tough guy roles in the movie, and he did a lot of that before he was in Fort Laramie as Captain Lee Quince on the radio. And that would have been his starring role for a long, long time had it not been for a little thing called Perry Mason, which took him off the radio, except for this appearance. We're going to hear this hour a couple of episodes of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense. This one stars Raymond Burr. This goes back to December 21st, 1958, 64 years ago, out for Christmas.
Suspense. And the producer of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, the master of mystery and adventure, William N. Robeson.
We who are in the business of keeping you in suspense find ourselves in a quandary at this time of the year. The elements of suspense, murder, mayhem, and macabre mischief are awkwardly out of place at this festival of peace and love. Yet that first Christmas was full of suspense. There was the problem of lodgings for the delicate mother that chill evening when there was no room at the inn. And there was great mystery when suddenly the star appeared in the east. Finally, there was the magnificent climax and happy ending when the three kings of the Orient arrived at last bearing gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. We feel that we cannot improve upon this tale, so we will bring you another, along with our best wishes for a most Merry Christmas. Listen then as Mr. Raymond Burr stars in Out for Christmas.
And now, Out for Christmas, starring Mr. Raymond Burr, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I hadn't figured on being out for Christmas, but my prison record paid off. Takes a lot of good behavior to knock time off and armed robbery and assault rap, but I was a good boy, model prisoner. Took everything they threw at me with not exactly with a smile. I don't smile much. But I took it without griping. So I'm out for Christmas. And Christmas is as good a time as any for what I gotta do. The town looked cruddy. We got phony tin Christmas trees and the lampposts along the main drag and colored lights all over the joint and Christmas carols screeching at you from loudspeakers everywhere. Even the saloons got red and green streamers all over the place and the bar mirrors all frosted, black snow. A big bowl of slop called Tom and Jerry they're pushing.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
What'll it be? A little Christmas cheer? A hot Tom and Jerry, maybe?
Ain't you got any whiskey?
Oh, sure. We got whiskey.
Give me a straight shot.
Okay.
Can't you get anything on that jukebox but them Christmas carols?
What's the matter? Don't you like carols?
Oh, they stink.
You won't think so after you get a couple of belts under your belt.
Do you think so?
Sure. It's Christmas, man.
Yeah, so I heard. It tastes good. Real good.
Say, you look sort of familiar. Don't I know you from someplace?
I was wondering how long it'd take.
Yeah, the voice is familiar, and your eyes sort of...
Joe Watson.
Joe, I heard you was going to get out soon. Charlie Jones told me. But I didn't know you'd be out for Christmas.
Yeah, they got big-hearted.
Say, you put on a little weight. Yeah, that's why I didn't recognize you.
30 pounds, prison chow.
But you look real good, Joe, real good.
Yeah. Hey, where is Charlie? He been in tonight?
Not yet, but he'll be around probably.
Gotta see him. You know where he's living at?
Yeah, he's got a room over on 4th Street.
Room? I figured he'd be living in a flop house.
Oh, not Charlie. He's doing okay since he got out. Got a steady job. How about you, Joe? You got a job lined up?
Yeah, I got a job lined up.
A good job?
It'll be good. As good as I can make it. Reagan had this rooming house where Charlie was staying, loused up for Christmas. There was a moth-eating poinsettia wreath in the door and red and green lights in the landlady's window. Charlie's room was on the 4th floor at the back.
Joe!
Yeah.
Oh, so they let you out for Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, come on in. Gee, it's good to see you, Joe.
Good to see you, Charlie. Say, what you got there?
Oh, that's an electric train. Just a minute, I'll turn it off.
Electric train, what for?
Oh, my sister's kid. That's all he talks about for Christmas, an electric train. So I got him one at a discount at the place where I work, but I wanted to see if it works okay. You know how it is.
Yeah. So what's the idea of the Christmas tree?
Well, living by myself and all, I thought I'd have my own tree. It's just a little one.
You lost your marbles?
What's Christmas, Joe?
Guys in cell block 4 ought to see you now playing with electric trains into your own Christmas tree.
And I bet they'd like to be doing the same thing.
Not me. Did you check up on Malloy like I asked you to?
Yeah? Yes, he's still on the police force.
Good. You got a gun?
No, I don't have no use for guns anymore.
Know where I can get one?
Well, sure, I guess I could locate one.
Well, I told you to. In my last letter, I told you. Get a gun for me, I said.
Yes, I know, Joe, but look, pal, I thought that... Well, I hope maybe you'd change your mind.
Charlie, from the day he testified against me, I swore I'd get him. His testimony did it, you know. That's what convicted me. He sent me up.
He had to testify the way he did.
He didn't have to be so convincing.
But, Joe, what good'll it do? You'll only get the chair.
I'm not afraid of the chair. I've seen enough of life. It stinks. I ain't in love with it. I'd just as soon leave it so long as I take that rat with me.
But it ain't only him, Joe.
What do you mean?
He's married now.
You kidding? What kind of a dizzy broad would want him?
You ain't gonna like this, Joe.
Ain't gonna like what?
The dizzy broad that married him is Lucille.
Lucille. My Lucille.
That's right. I'm sorry, Joe.
Funny. It's real funny. She wrote me. She couldn't wait for me no longer. You remember when I got the letter.
I remember.
But she didn't say who it was. She never answered my letters after that. Oh, that lousy double cross.
Well, you went up for 10 to 20, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess she never counted on me making it an 8 and time off for good behavior.
But 8 years is a long time for a young girl to wait, Joe.
Mike Malloy's a fine guy to throw me over for. Well, makes it dandy. Double dandy. It'll be a pleasure to kill them both.
Oh, how can you talk that way, Joe? It's Christmas.
Christmas is for people who don't know no better. Kids and idiots.
Oh, Joe, listen to me now. Forget all about Malloy and Lucille. You got a chance to make a new life for yourself, like I'm doing. I can get you a job where I'm working. I'm sure I can.
What are you doing?
I'm Santa Claus in the toy department at Brighton's department store.
Ain't no future in that. You're going to be out of work day after tomorrow.
No, I'm not. They promised to keep me on.
Doing what? Minding the reindeer?
Well, Mr. Brighton believes in giving guys like us a chance. Now, that's why I'm sure that you can get a job there. You come down tomorrow and talk to him.
I'll talk to him after Christmas.
Hey, good. Oh, say, how about coming over to my sister's house for Christmas dinner day after tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah, I might even do that.
Good. You see, Joe, there ain't no sense in carrying around hatred in your heart, especially at Christmas time. So let Malloy and Lucille have their Christmas in peace.
They'll have their Christmas, all right. Their last Christmas.
But then it'll be your last one, too.
I just got it figured different. Never mind the gun. I'll get my own gun tomorrow. But there is one thing I want from you.
What's that, Joe?
Tomorrow night, I want to borrow your Santa Claus suit.
December 21st, 1958. Suspense, out for Christmas, starring Raymond Burr. You're listening to Christmas on the Radio, and we'll continue with Suspense in 60 seconds. Brought to you in part by MediShare.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for healthcare. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join Medishare and save even more than usual. And it's true, the typical family switching to Medishare saves $500 or more a month, which is obviously huge for a lot of people. But what's more, they like it. Medishare has double the customer satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. There are 400,000 members. They've shared over $4 billion in medical bills, and it really is a great community, too. People encourage and pray for each other. And here's the thing. If you join Medishare Complete right now, they'll waive your new member fees, and you'll save an additional 10% off all of 2023. That's right. No fee to join, 10% off every month of next year, but it's a very limited time offer. You have to sign up before December 31st. Great savings, great health care. Find out more. Call now. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
I know you might think this is a difficult show to have at Christmas time. Stick with it. Suspense. December 21st, 1958, Raymond Burr. Out for Christmas. On Christmas on the Radio.
And now, starring Mr. Raymond Burr, Act 3 of Out for Christmas.
Next day, I did my Christmas shopping for a gun. That night, I wrapped Charlie's Santa Claus suit into a bundle, took a bus out to the subdivision where Malloy and Lucille had a house. I ducked into an alley behind the supermarket and pulled on the red suit, whiskers and all. It was going to be so easy I had to laugh. You couldn't want a better disguise on Christmas Eve for murder. I didn't have any trouble finding the house, little box of a house like all the others in the street and decorated with colored lights like all the others. Nobody saw me, even if they had. Who has a better right than Santa Claus to be on the streets Christmas Eve? The gun felt cold in my pocket as I closed my fist around it and pushed the bell. Even it was wired for Christmas.
Yes?
Merry Christmas.
Why, it's Santa Claus.
Aren't you going to ask me in?
Well, my husband isn't home yet.
That's all right. I'll come in and wait for him.
I don't understand.
If you don't believe in Santa Claus anymore, Lucille, you ought to.
Who are you?
Don't you recognize my voice?
You sound like...
Joe?
Oh, no.
Good old Joe. He was going to wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Joe, I thought you were...
In the cooler for keeps? I told you I'd come back for you. Here I am.
Well, you're too late, Joe.
Yeah, so I hear. How come you didn't wait, Lucille?
I fell in love.
With the guy who sent me to prison? With a no-good cop?
He didn't send you to prison, Joe. You were guilty.
I'd have beat the rap if he hadn't testified the way he did.
He had to testify that way. He was only telling the truth.
Yeah, so you could get me out of the way and steal my girl.
Joe, you've got things all twisted. It all happened afterwards. I only met him at your trial. We fell in love afterwards.
When I couldn't protect myself.
Oh, Joe, I'm sorry. It just happened.
You're telling me. Where's the fuzz?
Who?
The copper, your old man.
He's still on duty.
Working overtime to put the arm on some stiff on Christmas Eve. When will he be home?
I expect him any time now.
Good. I'm going to be glad to see him.
Why, when you hate him so?
You see, I promised him something. Didn't he ever tell you?
No.
I promised to kill him when I got out.
Joe.
Tonight's the night, see?
Well, you mean it? You've got a gun.
Sure, I got a gun. And I'm going to use it. On both of you.
Both of us?
You both double-crossed me. I could kill you first, but I think I'll wait till your old man comes home. Ought to be interesting to see how he acts. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if he tried to make a deal with me.
A deal?
Yeah, like shoot my wife but let me go free.
Oh, what a terrible thing to say.
You'll see what kind of a creep you married.
Joe, do it then. But do it because I ask you. Kill me and let him go.
I come to get you both. And I'm going to get you both. Together. How about some music while we're waiting? Turn on the radio. Go on, turn it on. He made you happy, Lucy?
Yeah, Joe. Very.
You made him happy?
I hope so.
That's nice. Because tonight you're both going to make me happy. By becoming very dead.
It's too loud.
What's that?
Oh, little Lucy, the radio woke her.
You got kids?
Yeah.
Where you going?
I had to look in on her and quiet her.
Don't try nothing funny. I'll be right behind you.
Oh, there now, honey. There. It's all right. Mommy just turned the radio on too loud.
I'm scared, Mommy. Mommy, look behind you. It's Santa Claus.
Yes, dear, Santa Claus.
Oh, Mikey, wake up. Mikey, look, it's Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Santa Claus. I want to see Santa Claus.
Just had time to jam the gun back into my pocket before those two kids were wide awake and all over me, grabbing at my red suit, pulling at my phony whiskers, pushing me into a chair.
Did you bring me a present, Santa Claus, did you? Oh, your reindeer, Santa. Sit down, Mikey. I want to sit on his lap.
Lucille, get rid of these chicks.
Where's my present, Santa?
Well,
What did you do with the reindeers? What did you do with the reindeers?
Well, they're parked outside, Mikey, on the roof.
Did you come down the chimney?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Why aren't you close to me? Didn't the fire burn you?
Well, no, you see, it's an asbestos suit. Now, listen, you kids ought to go back to bed.
Oh, no, Santa, please, we want our presents. I want to see the reindeer.
Lucille, you got to get them off me.
They're so excited, Joe. They've never entertained Santa Claus before.
I ain't no Santa Claus.
To them you are.
Yeah.
Santa Claus,
Well, what?
I want to kiss you. Me too.
All right, you kids. Now, listen to me.
Yes, Santa Claus, I'm listening. Me too.
You gotta go back to bed now.
Well, I want my presents. Me too.
You'll get your presents in the morning when you wake up. They'll be under the tree.
You promise?
I promise. Now, you run off to bed. On account, I gotta get going. Now, you wouldn't want the other boys and girls to miss their presents because I've been goofing off with you, would you?
Oh, no, that wouldn't be fair.
All right, then. Off to bed you go.
All right. Come on, Mikey. Merry Christmas, Santa Claus. Me too.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, kids. And good night.
Good night. Come on, Mikey.
Oh, Joe. They'll never forget that.
Yeah. Neither will I.
Merry Christmas, honey. I'm sorry I'm late. Hey, what's this?
It's Joe Watson, Mike.
Joe Watson? What the devil are you doing here?
He came to kill us.
What?
Take it easy, Mike. Here's my gun.
You changed your mind?
Your kids changed my mind.
They thought he was really Santa Claus, darling. They were so excited.
Well, Mike, you can send me up again. Better to go back for parole violation, I guess, than for murder.
Well, wait a minute. We gotta have a complaining witness. You want to make a complaint, Lucille?
No, Mike. I want to thank Joe for giving the kids the best Christmas of their lives.
Well, I haven't any complaint then. Merry Christmas, Joe.
I still say Christmas is for people who don't know no better. Like kids and idiots. Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Suspense, in which Raymond Burr starred in Out for Christmas. Written, produced, and directed by William N. Robeson. Supporting Raymond Burr in Out for Christmas were Joan Banks, Lillian Baeff, Charles Seal, Carl Swenson, Howard McNear, and Dick Beals. Listen. Listen again next week when we return with Mr. Frank Lovejoy, starring in The 32nd of December. Another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
See, I told you there'd be a good ending. From 64 years ago, December 21st, 1958, Suspense, Out for Christmas, starring Raymond Burr, here on Christmas on the Radio. We have this news bulletin just in.
Within the past hour, a jolly old gent using the name S. Claus filed a flight plan with Canadian Ministry of Transport and Federal Aviation Authorities. And due to the unusual course and numerous stops outlined, the North American Air Defense Command has been alerted. Radar operators at our 3 ballistic missile early warning sites, located in Greenland, Alaska, and England, have been placed on special alert to watch for the airborne object in the vicinity of the North Pole. These BMU sites have direct computer links with NORAD's Combat Operations Center, and we should be receiving acquisition data momentarily. In fact, the sites at Thule, Greenland, and Clear, Alaska now have tracks. Both stations report the object at present is directly over the North Pole and gaining altitude at a fantastic rate of speed.
Duty controller here. I just checked with BMU's site in Thule, Greenland. They confirm what we're getting on the board. It's not a mistake.
It may be a while before we're certain the object is Santa and his sleigh. NORAD has several identification procedures to institute at this time. This station will keep you advised. This is Lee Mosley at the NORAD Combat Operations Center in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
And in our next half hour, we'll make sure you know how you can track Santa online. You're listening to Christmas on the Radio with Wyatt Cox here on your favorite station. Our hour of suspense continues following these important messages with an episode from December 22nd, 1957, Dog Star. Hang on.
Christmas on the Radio continues, now with your host, Wyatt Cox.
By the mid-1960s, television had its first child star, and by that, a woman who became an overnight success. At age 6, the young lady that we're going to hear this hour became an overnight success for her role in the episode Eloise on TV's Playhouse 90, and she also would get an Emmy nomination for that role. But Evelyn Rudie went on to do not only a lot of television, she also did radio, including this appearance in Suspense, an episode of Suspense entitled Dog Star. This episode from 65 years ago, December 22nd, 1957.
Suspense. And the producer of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, the master of mystery and adventure, William N. Robeson.
There are many kinds of suspense, but the happiest suspense is the kind we share at this time of year with our children. The suspense which has its denouement next Wednesday morning. The suspense of what Santa Claus is bringing for Christmas. For the little girl in the upcoming story, however, there is no such suspense. All she wants for Christmas is a dog, and a dog she is certainly not going to get. To play this unhappy little girl, we have invited a most talented little girl to make her first appearance on radio. Already a star of TV and motion pictures, 7-year-old Evelyn Rudie now adds another medium to the domain of her talents. Listen then as Evelyn Rudie stars in Dog Star, which begins in exactly 1 minute.
And now, Dog Star, starring Evelyn Rudie. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Daddy, honest, Daddy. The only thing I want for Christmas is a dog. Even if it isn't exactly the kind Mike was, that's all I want.
Ray, please.
Sorry.
Well, if she weren't such a tomboy, it'd be different. But can you imagine getting Julie a dollhouse or a painting set or a party dress?
I'm sorry, Anne and Julie, no dog.
Then you shop for her. I'm tired of roaming around like a zombie in every store in town. You find her presents.
If I can't have a dog again, I just don't care what I get.
Now listen, both of you. I like dogs just as much as you do. I loved Mike, too. But Julie loves them too much. She hasn't eaten a decent meal since Mike got killed. And it's not going to happen again. We're not going to put her happiness at the mercy of another brainless pup and every idiot speeder in town.
It wasn't Mike's fault. It was my fault. I should have kept him in the yard. It was my fault, but honest, I'd never, never, never let my pup out again if I could just have one.
Julie.
Honey, suppose I got you a bike. A big bike, a 26, okay?
But, Daddy, I don't want a bike. I want a dog.
Julie, come back here. It's getting dark.
Let her go, Ray. I said she could play with Timmy. Let her go.
Hey, Julie, what happened? Are you going to get a dog for Christmas? No. Hey, Julie, I got an idea. See, I asked my dad for a dog, and we moved Mike's doghouse over to my yard, and we can both play with him. How about that? Thanks, Timmy, but no, it just isn't the same. No, I guess not. Hey, Julie, I got my flashlight with me. You know what? What? Let's go up to Palmer Canyon and see if any ducks have flown onto the pond this evening. I don't feel like it, Timmy. Honest. Oh, come on. We might even see a goose. But how do the ducks find their way all the way down here from the north? Oh, it's something called instinct. Hey, what was that? Golly, I don't know. Sure was close. Sure was. Oh, it was a tree falling, I bet. Hey, here's the pond. Come on, Julie. I'm coming.
Oakdale Police, Lieutenant Spencer speaking.
Oh, this is Professor Goodwin at the observatory.
Oh, yes, Professor.
Lieutenant, for the past half hour, we've been tracking one of their later satellites. It landed about 3 minutes ago.
Huh?
We have a fix. It hit the Palmer Canyon area of Oakdale.
Yeah? You sure?
Positive. I'm leaving now. And, Lieutenant, I think you better get some men up there. Quick.
Sergeant, get 3 cars up to Palmer Canyon. Emergency. Al, call the off section for guard duty. And call the chief on the highway patrol. Call the mayor, too. Tell him a satellite landed in Palmer Canyon.
It's getting too late in the year for the ducks. Yes, we better start back home. What was that? What? I thought I heard a dog crying. I didn't. It is 2. There's a dog down there by the pond. Where's the flashlight? Here. A little white dog. Oh, his legs are hurt. He can hardly crawl, it looks like. Oh, he's bleeding. And he's wearing something all torn up. Timmy, somebody must have tortured him. Yeah, poor fella. Hey, his tail's wagging. He likes you, Julie. Oh, poor little thing. Timmy, I'm going to keep him. What'll your dad say? We'll hide him. They won't torture you anymore. They won't hurt you anymore. We'll hide you. Where will you hide him? Like you said, we'll put Mike's old doghouse in your yard and take care of him there. Maybe when he's well, Daddy will let me keep him. Okay. Well, come on. Here. No, I'll carry him. Look to me. What? He licked me. He licked my face.
Joe, you and Maury take the uphill side. And don't let anybody near the parachute unless Professor Goodwin says to.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Okay, Professor, I guess that covers it.
Well, I'll sure be glad when the Air Force gets here. Just think where this thing has been.
Yeah. It looks like a metal beach ball with portholes. Hey, what's this, Professor? An oxygen mask for a midget?
Why, there was something in here. A dog, I bet. And this got knocked off its head.
Yeah, it chewed its way out of its harness. Here, look.
Hey, we got to find it.
There's blood on the ground, Professor. It won't go far.
We have got to find it, Lieutenant. We've got to find it.
Dog Star, starring Evelyn Rudie, from December 22nd, 1957's episode of Suspense. You're listening to Christmas on the Radio. We'll have the conclusion of Dog Star in just 60 seconds.
And here's the Cinnamon Bear.
The oldest known children's Christmas serial in radio history, The Cinnamon Bear, featuring some of the most popular actors in radio history, including Elliot Lewis, Joseph Kearns, Verna Felton, Lou Merrill, Frank Nelson, Howard McNear, and child actress Barbara Jean Wong. 85 years later, this series of Judy and Jimmy traveling to Maybeland to recover their silver stars still fascinates youngsters of all ages. Now we're offering the entire 26-episode series of The Cinnamon Bear via download for a Buy Me a Coffee donation of $10 or more at classicradio.stream. Support Classic Radio Theater and have The Cinnamon Bear for your family to enjoy for years to come. Go to classicradio.stream and donate $10 or more, and I'll send you a link for immediate download. classicradio.stream. Thank you for spending part of your Christmas with us here. Christmas on the Radio with Wyatt Cox. Now the conclusion of Suspense. From 65 years ago, December 22nd, 1957, child star Evelyn Rudie, starring in Dog Star.
More coffee, Ray?
And late as it is. Imagine that satellite practically landing in our backyard. What an age. Well, I've got to get down to the office. I'll be back early to help with the tree. Goodbye, Julie.
Bye, Daddy.
Now, will you please take care of that thing for Julie we were talking about?
Julie, Timmy, come in. Hand me a knife, quick. What are you doing? Cutting him some meat, quick. Here. I was just looking at him. I got him a blanket like you said. How is he? Oh, he's asleep. Hey, here comes your mother. Give me the meat. Here, put it in your pocket. Hello, Mrs. Roberts.
Hello, Timmy. What are you two up to?
Nothing.
Now, here is further word on the satellite, which returned to Earth last night in Palmer Canyon. An overseas monitored report confirms the guess that there was a dog in the parachuted container.
Joy!
It is a small white husky similar to Laika, the ill-fated first space traveler. This one is called Chipka and wears its name on its collar. It was announced that it is trained to react to this name.
Julie, I was listening.
I'm sorry, Mommy. Can I go out and play?
You didn't finish your cereal. All right.
Julie, did you hear what he said? It's not the same dog. It sounds like it is. It does not. Now shut up. Okay, Julie. Here he is. Hi, Mike. We'll call him Mike. Look, he's opening his eyes. Give me the meat. Here, Mike. Oh, look, he won't eat it. He's pretty sick, Julie. Hey, let's see his collar. No. It's all funny letters, Julie. I can't read it. I'm going to take it off. Say his name, Julie. Mike. No, the one the radio said. No. We've got to know, Julie. I forget. No, you don't. You never forget anything. Chipka. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I won't let them take you back. I'm going to keep you anyway.
Chipka story. On this Christmas Eve, the little white dog has not yet been found, although he is thought to be injured. All veterinarians in the area have been alerted.
Well,
I return you now.
that satellite really shook up this town. Cops all over the place looking for the pooch.
Dad, if we found him, if our country found him, do we have to send him back?
I'm just a small-town lawyer, honey. There are big shots straining their brains on that one. We'd have to stick to international law, of course.
It's Timmy. I'll go.
Now, don't be long.
I won't. Hi, Timmy. How is he? Well, I just looked at him, Julie. I think he's awful sick. Come on, then. Have you got the flashlight? Yeah. Here it is. He just lies there panting like. Oh, he's got to be all right. He's got to be. Oh, Mike. Oh, nice little dog. He's sick, Timmy. Yeah, he sure is. Oh, Mike, don't die. Please don't die. Give me the blanket, Timmy. What are you going to do? Come on, Mike. Come on, nice little dog. But they all know about him. I heard it on the radio. I have to. I can't let him die. Somebody will give us a ride. They've got to. Please stop this one. Please stop.
Yeah, kid? Where you going?
Central Avenue, sir. Anywhere on Central.
Okay, hop in. What do you got there, kid?
My dog.
He shed any of that fur?
No, sir.
Central Avenue, eh? What are you going down there for on Christmas Eve? A short beer, huh?
No, sir. A vet. I mean...
A vet? Hey, that dog hurt? Hey, look, he's bleeding from the mouth. Okay, kid, out.
Oh, mister, can't you please take us...
Now, listen, these are no seat covers. Out.
Oh, Mike. Stay alive just 5 minutes. The vet'll make you well. Just 5 minutes. There's a light there. Somebody's home. They've got to be.
I'm awfully sorry. We're close. Oh, I see, honey, yes. Doctor.
Coming. And what seems to be the trouble, little girl?
I'm Julie Roberts. And this is Mike, and I'm afraid he'll die.
Oh, now isn't that too bad? Say, what kind of a dog is that, Julie?
A sort of a husky.
Yeah? Where'd you get him?
My dad got him for me. And tonight a car hit him and...
Yeah? Martha, hand me that police circular.
Here you are, Doctor.
We'll just put him on the operating table. Chipka? Call the police, Martha.
Right.
Then I want you to take its blood pressure while I get a sample of blood. And, let's see, just call the Air Force Base and ask them to send a flight surgeon down here.
Yes, sir.
Just tell them to hurry. I'm putting him away. I'm sorry, Julie.
Putting him No way.
He's paralyzed, Julie. He couldn't run and play or do anything you'd want him to, even if they'd let you keep him.
But I'd take care of him anyway, Doctor. I'd bring him his food and take care of him. Don't call them. Don't kill him. Give him back.
Honey, it's no use. He just suffer. You wouldn't want that.
Oh, Mike, nice boy. See, Doctor, he licked me. He'll get better.
No, he won't, Julie. You wait in the hall, and I'll ask the police to take you home.
Oh, Mike.
Oakdale Police. Yes, ma'am? No kidding. Yeah, well, thank you, ma'am. Hey, Scoop, you want to get that AP job in New York? Here's your chance. That pooch just turned up at the Parks Dog and Cat Hospital.
Holy cow. Thanks, Sarge.
That is right, operator. I want embassy. I don't care what time they tell you is in Washington. Tell them he's about Chipka. Chitka. Tell them he's colleague. Central Intelligence? Oh, look, this is Peters in Oakdale. You give me the chief? Merry Christmas, Chief. The dog turned up. Yeah, some kid had it. That's right, a little girl. Name of Julie Roberts, 354 Parkdale Terrace, Oakdale. Yeah, I'm sober. A little girl.
Что случилось, Читка? Это другой вопрос американский выходка. Читка — советская собака. Американский деревья полк Читка. Умерла. Это оскорбление Советской Республики.
And Julie, here's the present from your mother and me.
A bike. A big buck. Thanks, Daddy.
You may need it to outrun the reporters.
It's just wonderful.
But, it isn't a dog.
No.
Well, your mother and I were talking, and I think, wait. Yes? Washington? Who? Anne, get me a drink.
Before breakfast? Well, what is
Give
it?
me a drink. Yes? Yeah. This is her father. Oh, sir, I can't believe a crate. No, sir, not yet. Yes, sir, we'll be expecting it. Oh, thank you, sir, and a very Merry Christmas to you.
Ray, what's wrong? You're white as a sheet.
And give me that drink.
Dad, what's the Air Force car doing outside? Look, they're bringing a box up the wall.
When this room's a mess.
Yes? Major?
Merry Christmas, sir. Is this where Julie Roberts lives?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Did the White House call, sir?
Yes.
Okay, open it up, Sergeant.
It's a puppy. A little white puppy.
It's for you, Julie. If your folks don't mind.
They don't.
Major, won't you sit down?
No, ma'am. I have a little girl to get back to myself. Merry Christmas, folks.
Ray, who was that on the phone?
And when I tell you, you'll never believe me. You'll never believe me.
Evelyn Rudie starred in William N. Robeson's production of Dog Star by Michael Frost. Supporting Evelyn Rudie in Dog Star were Shirley Mitchell, Dick Beale, Shep Menken, Jack Crucian, Sam Pierce, Ben Wright, Lou Krugman, and Norm Alton.
Since 1973, Evelyn Rudie's been the co-artistic director of the Santa Monica Playhouse, and she uses the pseudonym Ashley Hayes when she works as a costume designer. But there she was in her very early days. December 22nd, 1957, 65 years ago, Suspense, as Christmas on the Radio continues. Now, this news.
The Combat Operations Center at the headquarters North American Air Defense Command in Colorado Springs, Colorado, has just been advised by the Canadian Ministry of Transport and federal aviation authorities that a very unusual flight plan has been filed. The flight plan shows origination at the North Pole with interim stops at countless locations to the south. The vehicle apparently carries no international markings, but is said to be a sleigh drawn by 8 reindeer, and the request is signed S. Claus. Now, with that information, and this being December 24th, there seems to be little doubt about it. Santa Claus is getting ready to make his journey. We at the North American Air Defense Command will be watching the situation closely, and I'll furnish progress reports as data comes in. This is Lee Mosley at the NORAD Combat Operations Center in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
And you can track Santa at noradsanta.org. That's noradsanta.org. Track our webpage at classicradio.stream. On many of these stations, we'll have another hour of Christmas on the radio straight ahead. If you're with us, we look forward to the pleasure of your company. If you leave us at this time, please accept our warmest wishes for a very Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous 2023.